All right, now we're gonna dive into how to shoot and expose film at dusk and twilight. So we're gonna want the highest ASA film stock, so that's where we're gonna go with 500T. Remember the T? That's tungsten. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to bring out our 85 filter, right? So we can make it adjust to the tungsten film stock. I'm going to put this in the back. Okay, so now we have our 85. Now you know how I talked about in the open shade here? We are in a situation where I have a lot of blue sky. So I'm going to look at my color temperature meter and I'm going to say, what is this color temp? Because I'm going to need to adjust to it. 8,800 Kelvin, okay? That's very cold. So if we don't want our twilight going super blue, we're gonna go to the 81 EF. And we're gonna add that in the next tray. Okay, so now we have an 85 and an 81 EF, which is about 7/10 to a stop. So I've already adjusted this on my light meter. So, and I've already rated my light meter of overexposing that 2/3 of a stop. So we're actually at 160 ISO at 24 frames. And what do I have? If I go straight up to the sky, I have a 2.8. I have a 2 on this lens. How do we set up to be able to extend twilight as long as possible? What you want to look for is what we have right here. We have a building that's blocking the setting sun. The sun is still up. If you hinge around here, you can see that the sun is hitting those palm trees right there. So we've used the building to be able to block the sun so we can extend the twilight, okay? And that's super important. A lot of times maybe you use a mountain range, other buildings, any kind of landscape that can block the sun earlier than it absolutely on the horizon, because that twilight and dusk is gonna happen super fast and you're only gonna have 15, 20 minutes to capture it. But with this, we're gonna extend it to 20 to 30 minutes, maybe 40 if we're lucky. We're gonna have to push the film stock to be able to do that, but these are the kind of things that you need to be preparing yourself. If you're gonna do a 1er at twilight, it's all about blocking it to these kind of scenarios. And then you're going to use boards like this. So let me bring Kira in. And so if I want to be able to reflect light in her face, I'm not going to go with a white source. When I start to lose all this sky ambience, I'm going to have to go to a silver to reflect that blue sky into her eyes. See how it's opening that up? Just giving that nice sense. So Topher, go ahead and hold this for me. Yes, sir. Right there. Okay, I'll take a meter reading. 1, 4, and 3, 1, 4, and 2. Now pull it away. So it's given me about a half of a stop. That's all you need to continue to lift up those eyes and extend the twilight. Now, when you're also blocking your scene, the direction you want to look first is this way. Why would you say that, Shane? I got a hot sky and all that stuff. Right, but check this out. If I look this way first, the hot sky is not that direction. The hot sky is this direction. So I want to look this way first because the dwindling blue sky that is behind camera right now, that is giving me enough light to expose her face. In 15 minutes, that's going to be so dark that if I turned around, I wouldn't have any light. So I always put the source at the end of Twilight behind camera. The source being the hot sky and the setting sun, which is west. So first you shoot west and let the blue sky that is still there, as well as Topher's card coming in here and swooping in to bring up her eyes, come right in there, right? Bring up her exposure, right? So that's gonna, now look what we get. We get this beautiful soft rim that's happening on her hair right here. Then so we're able to shoot this direction, shoot the whole scene like this, and then if she's with somebody else, it's a two-hander, and then we got to get that person's coverage. Then we go this direction, which when I do this light meter like this, lose the card for 1 second, and I go like that, I have a 1 5/10. Okay? So I'm already going to be underexposing this a little bit without that card. But when I go this direction, I have a 2.5. Right? So by doing that and now shooting this direction at the end of your Twilight, you now extend your Twilight. If you do it in reverse, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot.